Oh shit. The other Toru, he takes what he wants. And after he takes the timekeeper, he wants the gold sucker. Toru, we coming for you, nigga. That's what he told them. His other clone self, or his other universe self, his doppelganger. Anyway, the other Toru, we get a back story of him, and he had to become a G. He had to. They were growing up in the streets where they didn't have much, much of any resources and whatnot, and people would take from them. So they said, in order for us to survive, we got to take before we get taken. Before we get taken, we must take, and we have skills, and we'll come and find you, and we will kill you. But if you return our shit now, there'll be no violence. Anyway, we get his backstory. He grew up hard, had to come up hard, and he had to take whatever he could in order to survive. And he carries that on to this day, this day and time, this present day and time. And anyway, he said, I'm gonna take any fucking thing that's not nailed down. Now we cut to the future and present day time. Him and his gang, they come to through that wormhole or whatever, and they're looking for the other Toru and his crew. And they basically said, hey, we coming for your fucking cube, and that's it. And they're like, well, why are you doing that? They said, we'll use it in order to be able to, make advancement for their country or whatever. Basically, the war between the Rubik's cubes is just happened differently. That's how it started. It started off with a war between Rubik's cubes. Now, the war is happening from the future in the past, some type of way. Anyway, he was getting ready to do that, and everybody was running. They were wondering, why are these guys running and not fighting, even though they know where he was shooting to kill. And our Toru, he explains, he said, yo, we need your help in order to take down the timekeeper. Now, I know you want these Rubik's cubes and to do whatever the fuck you want to do with them, wipe your ass, who cares? He said, but we got to take down these timekeepers. He said the timekeepers are a common threat, and they are a worse threat than any of us. They said, so we got to deal with them first. After that, you can do what the fuck you want to do. He said, but let's get these motherfuckers first. So anyway, after he explains that to him, he had set up a trap and made an offer he couldn't refuse. They wind up saying, you know what, we should join up, but only because Toru said, hey, we're not going to. He sounded realistic. He said, we're not going to hand over our cube. He said, what am I saying? Oops. He said, we're willing to hand over our cube. We want to use yours, but we're willing to hand over ours. And if anybody's going to use it, it'd be you, because you're the one that can't. You're the one that won't trust us. And he says, damn. And he said, well, what'd happen if I don't hand him over? He said, then we're going to have to take the shit from you. And when he thought about that, he said, damn, he's doing the same thing as me. This guy makes sense. You know what? I can trust him. That sounds like that movie, what's it called? Shawshank Redemption. When the dude, what's his name? I think his name was Red or whatever. Morgan Freeman's character. I think his name was Red. And he would go to these damn hearings and he would say, I'm a changed man and I'm not the same person I was. I know I killed somebody about 40 years ago, but that was so long ago, and they would never let him out. They said, you keep your ass in prison. Then one day he came in there, he said, you can go ahead and put me right back. He said, I know this means shit. He said, I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. That's what the dude says. He said, you guys are just going to send me back? Who gives a fuck? He said, I'm used to being in here. I like it in here. And then they let him free. He's like, what the fuck? He said, that's all I had to do? That type of deal. But anyway, I get exactly where he's coming from. When you got a little bit of dirt on you, that means you're trustworthy. If you don't have any dirt on you, that means you're hiding something. Everybody's got dirt. So if you're not willing to go a little bit off course, I don't know if I could trust you, because you might be setting something up. Anyway, they combine forces, combine the Rubik's cubes, and open up a portal to the timekeeper's world. And the Toru wearing white, he stayed behind and fought the whole damn army. The other Toru went straight for the timekeeper. And The Toru in white got shot the fuck up. That barrier didn't work. Then the Toru in blue got shot the fuck up. He was facing off against a strong opponent, the damn timekeeper. Anyway, it looked like he was getting ready to win, but he didn't have enough power, and the portal was getting ready to close. So he looks like everything's done, and then the other Toru shows up. They're like, "You was able to survive that?" The other Toru's more hardcore. He was able to survive his encounter. Anyway, they shot together and was able to break through the timekeeper's barrier. Then they turned around and said the timekeeper's only human. I think that's helping me really patch together what the fuck the timekeeper is. Remember, the humans were behind the timekeepers at first, as far as we know. So what I think happened is one of the humans used that Rubik's Cube on themselves, and they're still human, but they're controlling the what's it called? Dead end. That I think the dead end is just saying that's it's like what they said it was nanobots or something. Like, get the damn fly. I think they said it was nanobots or something like that, or minicons. So I think that little girl, whatever, really is not really a little girl. But I think, as far as we know, they said that she was human. So I think she's human controlling the dead end. And plus, she seems like she has emotion. Remember how she was smirking when somebody got killed and shit like that? So I'm pretty sure humans were still behind this. So it makes a little more sense now. Like before, I was still in speculation about what was going on. Maybe one of the humans took over. Whoever used the Rubik's Cube on themselves probably is the one that took over and got, like, you remember how when Remy used it on himself and he got supercharged and super powered up? Dude probably did the same thing and said he was able to control it. Why wasn't Remy able to control it? Probably because whoever did it first took over whatever it was and made it so that if somebody else, some kind of way made it so whoever did it next would be controlled, or it's a combination of technology and human. But as far as I know, they're just human. With the fucking Rubik's Cube in his ass or something like that, or in her ass or whatever. Okay, let me go ahead and see the comments. I kind of think that the timekeeper is the genius from a different world. Remember the girl that was helping them? The one that's not the timekeeper? I kind of believe that the one that's against them is her doppelganger. Am I right? I'm pretty sure that's the case. The super genius that was helping them and helped them get back in time with that little tree deal or whatever. I think the timekeeper is her doppelganger. I think they're both human. The one from the other world probably used it on herself, whereas the one from this world used it on people's limbs and shit like that. And now she's controlling the dead end with that. But as far as I know, the dead end is just nanobots or some shit like that. But anyway, go ahead and leave your comments, like the video, and subscribe, because I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke, and you got the power to change that. Peace.